All right, well, I heard from Ranksk that today's Fusel and blind Fusel were interesting, and it seems like a couple of people agreed with him. So I'm gonna take a look at them. Now, I did learn after last time with the whole color blindness debacle, where I couldn't tell whether it was green or yellow, there is a setting, use polygons for different hint types. I'm not sure, I don't actually know which polygon equals which color though, so I guess we'll see. Hopefully we'll figure that out. Okay, well anyways, hopefully I can tell which color it is and it's not a problem. But, part of the problem is for colorblind people is I can't look at it and say that's green necessarily, but I kind of learned that, oh, that's Wordle green, that's Wordle yellow, and I kind of know the colors that way, but different variants use different shades of green and shades of yellow, and so anyways, it doesn't matter. All right, so Fusel, if you're not familiar, it's like Wordle. We've got a different twist on every row. This first one is we're not allowed to use 6 random letters. You'll notice on the keyboard above me, those are all grayed out. So we can do anything we want as long as we don't use those 6 letters. So, how about signed? Why not? Okay, so I think those are green. No, this is the green, See, it's different symbols, but that still doesn't help me know which color it is. Okay, I've gone back to my last Fusel video and looked at it, and I'm pretty sure this is the yellow. To me, this looks green, but I think this is the yellow color. Okay, so we're gonna go off the assumption that that's yellow, so I guess circles are yellow. All right, so this next line, a twist is 1 tile in the row, so this is like Fibble. We're gonna get 1 lie. Now, we can use any of the letters now, but we still have the grays. Oh, like the grays are because they're not in the word, yeah. My first thought was rains, but there's no I. Let's do ranks, which is kind of like Ranksk, since he suggested that I do Fusel today. So let's do ranks. Okay, good. And so now that I've got the green, I can easily tell, okay, this one's gonna be, this is more green in my head anyways. So this is the green, this is the yellow, okay. So squares must be green and circles are yellow, I guess, I don't know. But blacks are also, or the grays are also squares, so I guess the difference is just circle and square for green and yellow, okay. So one of these is a lie, but, ooh, well, no, we know the N is the lie. Right, because we know the N should be yellow in that position. So the green N is the lie, so the A and the S are true, and we know that the N is a yellow. So, what do we want to do now? So the S is not first or last, which is interesting. So, could we do something S-A-N? Maybe something like that, like, but we don't want to use an I or an E. So, maybe not that. What if we did like an ST at the end? Angst. Angst. Angst would be good. Let's try angst. It's not angst, but we got the... Wait, what? Oh, I didn't even look at what the twist was for the row. I got so caught up in trying to remember colors, I completely forgot to look at the twist. Okay, this twist says that the hints are telling us whether it's within 3, right. So, the N and the S are correct. This is not the position for the A. I got really confused because it was gray and I was like, but there has to be an A. So the A is either third or last. So, now this one, unfortunately, some of the letters have been preset. We can't change them. I mean, there's not very many things you can do with this, is there? I mean, my first thought is mojos, which is not gonna be helpful at all. Oh, you can do major. Yeah, major. Is that all you can do with those letters? All right, well, what do we think the answer is? Not that we can guess it on this one. What's the next one? Incognito. Okay, so we'll be able to guess if we, or at least we'll be able to try to guess on the next one. So the N and the S, the A is probably between the, Nash. We can't do it, but G-N-A-S-H is what I'm thinking maybe the answer is so. Doesn't really matter. Let's just, I mean, I'm just wasting a guess, basically. Okay, now we can guess Nash. Hey, it was Nash. All right, we got there. A little bit of a struggle, but we got there. Okay, so we're gonna remember that the circles are yellow. The circles are yellow. Circles are yellow. All right, so we're gonna move on to the blind Fusele now. This is the same game, but we don't get to see what the upcoming twists are gonna be. So, first one is the like Wormhole type thing, or Wordle Peaks, where it's telling us whether the letter is within 3 of the correct letter in the alphabet. So, let's start with the word from the regular Fusele. Why not? We'll start with Nash. Okay. Well, now we don't know that none of those are in the word. We know that the first letter is not what, D, E, F, or H, I, J, or G. Okay, this one is, we don't get yellows, only hints. So we're only gonna get the greens. Ah, see, now this would be the perfect twist to have at the beginning of it for the colorblind people, because you know that whatever color you get is green, because you only get greens, not yellows. But, all right, let's see, we wanna do, I don't know, there's a lot of things we could do here. Let's do, I was gonna do store, which almost works, but the R and the E are not possible. But we could do stomp, sure. Ooh, okay. So we still don't know much. We still don't know very little, because we know that the letters aren't, we don't know if any of the letters in Nash are in the word. We don't know if any of the letters in stomp are in the word. All right, this is, we're getting incognito, so we don't get any hints. Let's do, I don't know. I was gonna say train. We do know that this isn't an A, but we're not getting the hint there anyways, so that's not necessarily a problem. Yeah, those are possible at least. We're not getting anything. Preset letters for us. I mean, my instinct is house, given that, but we know the first one isn't an H, so we could do louse. E, F, G, 8, yeah, but there's not, the last one isn't an A, it isn't an E because of the H in Nash. It would be within 3. We could do lousy. Why not? Okay, so the O is yellow, the O is yellow. There is an O. And it could be any of the other places. Yeah, unfortunately. One tile in the rows, okay, so it's the Fibble one. All right, well the first letter we know is not D, E, F, G, H, I, J, S, T, or L, or U, or Y. My instinct is to do something R-O. No, but the O can't be third, right? Because the O in stomp would be green. We don't get yellows, but we would get greens there. So the O is not second or third, which is interesting. Now, it could be something like this. My first thought there is favor, but the first letter can't be an F. Do something like razor. It's not great with the double R and the Z, since we don't know if there's an R. So don't really like that. What about manner? Is that possible? Yeah, because the M would be more than 3 away from the G. A, the N, the O, yep, just barely. R, yep. So those all fit with the first one. They fit with the second clue. We know there's not a, oh, we know there's no N. Oh, actually, we could go back to major, which we were guessing on the last one. Although, the J isn't great. I like that otherwise. Otherwise, what else would work? I could think of some other things, but they use letters that we know aren't in the word. Vapor would work. Is V and P better than M and J? Probably. Let's do vapor. I think vapor is also possible. Let's go with that. Okay, so I mean it could be major. Coloring is inverse. Okay, so this is kind of like symbol, where it's coloring the answer instead of the guess, basically. So what could it be? I mean, we've got the A, O, and R. I mean, it could be major. But other than major... Oh, and razor. It could still be razor, too. Okay, so, I mean, if it's one of those two, then we're good, because we've got 2 guesses left. I feel like it has to be one of those two, because everything else I can think of uses like a T-I-N-L-U-S. Those aren't allowed. So, let's go with major. Why not? Okay, so I think it's gonna be... Wait, what? Blue... Oh wait, hold on. Blue tiles mean that another letter... Right, yeah, because it's like symbol. So, this is blue, not because there's an M in the word, because the first letter of the answer was in our guess. Now, it's not quite like symbol though, because it's close. The double letter is what's messing it up here, because we only guessed one R and it's coloring both R's in the answer, I think. But that's all right. So, oh, but the third letter... Wait, this is saying the third letter in the answer was in our guess. Oh. This has been a terrible solve. I am making all of the mistakes I can possibly make. This row is like Fibble. There's a lie in this row. I was expecting the A, O, and R to be true. And so when they came up green, I said, great, that's what I was expecting. It confirmed what I thought. One of these is a lie, and it's the A. It's clearly the A. So the first and third letters in the answer are in the word major. So my first thought is juror, but it can't be because there's no U. And the third letter has to be, the first and third letters have to be, oh, the first and third letters could be A's though, couldn't they? Arbor. I think arbor is possible. Is arbor possible? No, because the B would be too close to the A. And the third letter has to be in the armor. I think it's gonna be armor, isn't it? Is it armor? Yeah, I think it's gotta be armor. So what I said about it being 2 R's and coloring weird was incorrect. It actually does it correctly because there are 2 R's, I think. Now I still think, I thought I was right before, now I think I'm right again, but I think the second letter is an R. So it colored this one green, this one would be yellow or blue, but since we only guessed 1 R, it's not colored. So that does make sense. It does fit with how that's supposed to work. I think it's gonna be armor. Wow, I blindly stumbled around through that puzzle and somehow ended up at the solution, I think. Oh, that was awful. Wow. All right, well, that's okay. You know, that's how it goes sometimes, so. Okay, well, there you go. That was today's Fusele and Blind Fusele. Let me know how those went for you, and if you struggled as much as I did. And be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles. In the next inning, he was on deck when the manager informed him he had just been traded to the Montreal Expos. Now, the Expos had a game later that evening. Replacement. I was just thinking about words that could end with M-E-N-T. Oh, it's not shall. So one of the L's has to be the lie. So feel or feeling? I think feeling, because I think it's gonna be develop, or maybe develops with the S there.